Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day number 9 in my 14-day video series where I am working in my Choose Love journal. I'm having a lot of fun with this journal and I love how it's coming together. I hope that those of you who purchased one, I hope that you're enjoying yours as well. Today I decided that I really need to start adding some more trim to my journal. I always share an after video, well not always, I have for the last few months, where I've shown you the decorating that I've done all the way through the journal. But this month I'm trying to do most of it on camera, so I'm going to be using some trims from my stash today. And I mentioned it in my last video that I have some of these pink heart doilies from the Dollar Tree. I love all of the doilies that I've already used in my journal, so I want to add a pink one. Pink is the only color I don't have. See, there's that white one. I love that so much. You could do a whole vintage style Valentine's Day journal with that. I love that. There is another piece of pink paper in here, and that is the page I want to work on today. Not that one. It must be, nope, has to be back here. Okay, here we go. I think I want to do a pink spread. I haven't done a lot of pink in here yet. So I'm going to start with this doily. I am in love with these paper doilies and adding them to the journal. I think this time, to mix it up a little bit, I'm going to cut the doily in half and add it to the inside of the page spread. I like using my paper trimmer on these because it's just gentle enough if I do it right and I don't rip the doily. So I like to start by pushing it down in the middle and going up, and then back to the middle and going down, and that way I'm not going to tear my doily. Hopefully. The plan anyway. Okay, so just while I'm working with this doily, I'm going to paper clip that page down, and I think I'm going to glue it close to the center as possible. So once again, I'm going to get my scrap bag out so I can make a mess with my glue. I don't really want any of these fragile little pieces of the doily to tear once I'm using the journal and writing in it. So I like to put glue all over the outside edge, which means it's going to come through the doily a little bit and kind of hit the inside pieces as well. And I definitely have to hit that edge that's going to be on the inside. And this is going to be messy. So I gotta get an eye over this book a little bit. There we go. Get the baby wipe. Start by wiping off my hands. And then I just kind of push down and it helps pick up the extra glue. It doesn't tear the doily because the wipe is wet. And I can get a good motion on my doily there. Okay, I like that. Okay, I'm just going to flip that page over and do the other side. Glue going everywhere here. This glue can be so messy. Just want to make sure to hit the edges really well. All right, let's try this again. Get it up before it dries. And I want to try to line it up here as best as possible. Great. I love that. I think that's fun. All right, so I was really thinking that I wanted to add some trims to this page. I've been using black and I haven't used a lot of black yet. I have this leftover trim here that I picked up at Walmart, I think a couple years ago, and I think it was in the Halloween section. But it's this really tiny black pom-pom trim. It's kind of hard to get a handle on, but I think I want to add it to the edge of this pink paper. Should I add it to the middle? No, that'll just make it bulk up a little bit. Let me get a clean edge on my paper bag here so I don't make a mess. And I'm just going to make a really, hopefully, tiny bead of glue along the edge of my page. Well, I went a little farther than I had hoped, but it'll probably be okay. All right, and then these pom-poms are so close together, it's hard to get a grip on this trim, but I want to try to line it up as best I can. Okay, not very straight, but I like it. And then I think I'm going to just use this pink polka dot ribbon on the other side of this page. That paper bag out again. And just try to add a thin line of glue here. All right, I like that. I still think I want some trim on the edge of my pages. I guess the hard choice is just deciding what color I want to use. I wasn't really planning on doing a lot of red on the outside of this book. I think it matches okay, but I don't want it to dominate the edges of the book. All right, I just grabbed some of this white lace trim out of my stash. I think this is cut off of an old pillowcase. So I'm going to use that part of the fabric that's cut off, and I'm going to try to glue it down to the edge of both sides of this journal. Let me trim it up here a little bit. Let's start with this side. I like that, but again, I have to make a very careful bead of glue here. My daughter has been using my sewing machine all day and practicing making some clothing items actually, so it's kind of like I don't have a sewing machine. Sometimes I would grab my sewing machine and do a lot of this, but it just goes to show you that glue can work just as well and make lovely little trims too. I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm going to add another piece on this end of the page. This one has a little stitch in it. It happens to be pink. Okay, let's see if I can get this glued down without making a big mess. Ugh. I think I made it very nice, and I actually like that whole tattered and torn edge there. At first I thought I was going to cover it up, but I don't think so. I think I really like it. Now, something I do have is this gray rosette trim that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I don't want to cover the whole edge, but I do want to add some of these roses to this page because I love the gray and pink together. I think I want to add them over here toward the top. I thought of this tag. I had thought about using that tag, but I don't think there is going to be anywhere to use it. I'm just going to glue this next to the trim. I love these little rosettes. And I love the way the netting comes past and looks a little messy. This is always beautiful trim and makes a great accent. Oop, my fingers are extra sticky. I think I'm going to carry it over and add a little bit of this to the bottom. as well. Here. Try to get some of that gray to pull out a little bit. There we go. All right, and then I have this thin little washi with this gold vine running along it. It comes from this Willow Lane Maggie Holmes collection that I've talked about in a couple videos now. I think I'm going to run it along the inside of this page just to add a little bit of gold. Hopefully that washi will stay in there. I'm not adding any glue stick, so we'll see. And then I'm going to do the same thing along the inside of this page. It kind of covers the edge of that heart too and makes it look a little more clean. I might have to go in later when I'm writing in this book and add some glue to this washi tape. It just feels like it needs a little bling, doesn't it? I was playing with bling in the last spread, and now I'm thinking bling is the way to go. I'm loving this gold. Maybe I'll add a few pieces of this. Let's see, maybe break it apart and add a little jewel. And then maybe a couple down here too. My fingers are in the way. Sorry, it's definitely hard to get a handle on those little gems. There. I like that. Love those little blingy pieces. I think we need to add something to the bottom of this page. It just feels like it needs a little bit of something. I have these Target Dollar Spot canvas stickers in my Valentine's Day stuff. And I think I'm just going to add one of these to the bottom of this book page and call it good. I love these stickers. They're so cute. All right. And I think that's it for this spread, and I think that's it for today, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Again, if you missed the previous videos in this Journal With Me series, I will leave the link to those down below. And other than that, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Bye.